G'day, this is Simon at South OC Cars and Coffee. I'm with Tim, who drove in one of the toughest sounding vehicles I've ever heard in my life, our car of the week. What is it, Tim?
It's a 1986 Chevy square body pickup truck.
It is amazing. Hey, check this thing out. Tim, this truck is so cool. You drove in, it just turned heads, and it's only when you start getting into the little details you can really appreciate how much time and effort has gone into this thing. How long have you owned it?
It took me 11 months to build.
And did you own it, did you just go and buy a truck, or did you already have the truck?
I bought it as a roller.
Right.
Zero glass, no bumpers, no wiring, no running gear, no dash, no interior. And I subbed it out to probably 5 different shops.
And did you have the vision of what you wanted, or did you speak to somebody and say, hey, come up with a design for me?
Both. I had a vision and worked with people as far as interior.
I mean, let's talk about that interior for a minute. One of the things I like about this is the interior. It looks contemporary. It's beautiful leather, obviously, even the gauge cluster and everything, but it looks like it could be period correct, and yet it's modern. Yes. In a lot of what it's the perfect balance. And what I love is that the interior, a lot of guys will put a modern interior into an old car and they'll end up with something that's just so out of place. Whereas this thing, it just looks like it could have come from the factory like that.
Absolutely, that's what we were going for, a timeless look. The whole interior is CAD design, 3D printed, one of a kind.
Wow, it's just beautiful. And now let's talk about, well, before we get onto the suspension, I want to talk about those wheels. How big are those wheels and tyres you got in the back there?
Those are 2415s. They're 405 tires.
405s, that's insane. Now, onto where the magic starts to happen in here, air ride, full frame in there. This is a thing of beauty, isn't it? I mean, this thing obviously...
It's a rolling piece of art.
It is a rolling piece of art, and I think the thing about these sort of trucks is, well, this sort of suspension, it not only looks good, this thing probably goes around corners well too, doesn't it?
Yes, it handles pretty well for being bags. Bags aren't known for being the best handling, but it does handle well.
Now let's talk about that for a moment. There's a good reason for this being bagged, and if we step back from it, we can see why. When you pull in and you drop this thing, by the way, let's look at that license plate. How perfect for the moment pandemic. That is so cool. And I guess this was a bit of therapy for you during the pandemic, getting to work on this thing, huh?
That's why I started, yes.
Yeah, it's just incredible. I mean, the stance on this thing is absolutely incredible. Tell me about the colour. Is this something you had in your mind, or did somebody recommend this to you?
This colour is actually a stock Ford colour. It's called white gold.
Right.
And then the chassis is all done in caribou, which is also a stock Ford color.
It's interesting that you went for Ford colours on a Chevy truck. I guess it's to get back for all those people to put LS motors into Mustangs and stuff. Wow, everything about it. Hey, Tim, can you pop the hood? Let's have a look at the magic part of the build. Yeah, so that's not your regular 350 that this thing came out with. You said to me earlier, this is a Nelson racing engine, correct?
Nelson racing engine, twin turbo, 100 horsepower.
Good Lord. So how many cubic inches is it? Still
427.
427 is okay. Yeah, that's great. I love everything you've done, like with the brake. The booster itself is obviously, you've gone for an electric booster.
An electric brake.
Yeah, which is great. The turbos aren't ridiculously big too, so the thing's not going to have a ton of lag on it, which is nice. Just the attention to detail under here is absolutely magnificent. It's just so clean. Is that a Nick Williams 102mm throttle body I see down there?
Sean's the one that makes my throttle body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's based off his LS, but it just looks amazing. Even the way the air conditioning's been integrated down in
air.
Yeah, it's so clean. The wastegate's down in there. Man, this is a clean build. Everything about it, the way this has all been done across the front. So you've still got access to the caps you need to get access to, but you're not looking at all the ugly radiator and everything else. This is absolutely clean, incredible, absolute showstopper. I wish you guys, in fact, I can't get you to rev it, but let's start it so people can actually hear what this thing sounds like. Yeah, that's an angry sounding motor there. Wow, that's cool. As our car of the week winner, you get this Maguire's complete kit, including the polishing sponge, cleaner wax, scratch remover, car wash, glass cleaner, interior detailer, and hot shine foam. You can keep this magnificent show-stopping C10 Chevy looking in the condition it's in. Tim, congratulations, mate, and thank you for bringing it out.
Thank you.